All right, what do we have here today? Haven't posted a video in a very long time. Didn't really have time, but also we didn't really have anything much different with the car. But this is, I believe, going to be a significant change in build to the Supra, so I definitely wanted to document this. As you can see already, I was very fortunate to be able to acquire this genuine HKS t51r turbo kit. As you can see, it's complete. It's from the turbo itself to the exhaust manifold, the wastegate 2, the pipe, and also the downpipe. And I'm very lucky because this routes back into the wastegate routes back into the downpipe, so you don't have this screamer dumped wastegate, which I really I have come to dislike, at least personally. I mean, yeah, it sounds badass or aggressive, but in the previous Supra I had it dumped, but I really, after a while, it just got a little old and just got way too almost annoying because it was so loud, and it just took away from the beauty of the not only the exhaust note but also the turbo, the turbo whistle, which this certainly is very well known for its whistle. This started what is now the very popular T51R mods that a lot of turbo companies or a lot of turbo owners are sending their, quote unquote regular turbo off to get this special type housing. And this is the original. This is what started it. And I have heard that this turbo still sounds different than the T51R mod turbos. I'm not sure why. Maybe we can do a separate video to kind of compare and maybe kind of dissect this beautiful turbo and see if there's anything different internally or what's going on. But anyway, so this one's a unicorn turbo kit. I had to try, and I am trying my best to acquire and get the best parts for this car, because I believe this of course this car deserves the best. I mean, it's certainly not a super duper low mileage car, but it's a very nice, cleanly kept 6-speed twin turbo US DM car. So definitely want to do my best to acquire and get the best parts for this car. It's just definitely worth trying to do a quality build versus taking shortcuts. Maybe a few things here and there, you might be able to get some cheaper parts for it, but the heart and soul, the meat and potatoes, you definitely don't want to skimp out on, which is obviously the turbo kit. Going back to the turbo kit again, this is, shoot, I don't know how old, maybe 10, 20, 25 years old. It's discontinued now, but as you can see, almost every connection is V-band, right? So this is back in the day when everything was just the traditional T4, T3, 4-bolt flanges, and like this stuff was definitely more advanced in its day. As you can see, that the turbo's connected to the manifold with a V-band, the downpipe's connected to the turbo with a V-band, the wastegate V-band, and also it routes back with a 2-bolt flanges. But almost pretty much everything is V-banded, which makes installation a lot easier and cleaner, I believe. But also, more importantly, I think it keeps everything sealed up properly and better, because the previous turbo kit I had on the old Supra, again, was T4, and it had a lot of exhaust leaks, and after a while, like bolts and stuff would start coming loose, and it's a pain in the ass to get to some of those T4 bolts, to be honest. So I definitely am excited to be able to have this turbo kit, so hopefully it avoids those issues. But also it's just so quality. I mean, HKS, again, I'm a huge fan of the JDM, the Japanese products. I think they're super quality. Again, it might be a little bit pricier, and you know, some things might not be the latest and greatest, you know, just quote unquote, as some people might call it, but they definitely have, like, almost all their stuff is super good quality. So if you can go HKS, I would, you know, I definitely would recommend their products. Again, T51r, shoot, this was like a dream. I've always loved this kit. I've always was fascinated by all the sounds that it makes, right? So hopefully after I get this thing on, I can document it and take multiple videos of sound clips of the turbo kit. I think it's almost like addicting, you know, just hearing that turbo whistle and just sounds so clean. And oh, anyway, I can't wait. So just wanted to do a before video shoot. Again, this HKS intake is actually pretty good for the stock twins. It's one of the loudest, like you can really hear the stock twin turbos with this thing, and the blow-off valve, even the stock blow-off valve, is quite loud. So I would definitely recommend this intake if you do have a Supra or, you know, a 2JZ setup. I do have the ready 4-row intercooler, which is installed already. I just got to finish tidying up the bumper and I think putting the windshield washer back on the reservoir tank. But other than that, got the intercooler, the turbo kit. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to take these stock twins off. I definitely I don't think I'll be doing a video on that, because look at this thing. Look at how many vacuum lines and hoses and clamps and crap you gotta take off, and this thing is cramped, man. It's like, of course you're gonna take stuff off, but definitely gonna have some bloody knuckles after this. Yeah, so we'll see. Again, I don't know, shit, I rambled on so much. I don't know if I forgot to mention, but the second turbo on this thing is not kicking on for some reason. I don't know, the vacuum lines, maybe the solenoids, or shoot, maybe, I don't know, whatever else that could be causing the second turbo to not spool. But when the first turbo spools perfectly fine, hits about 7, maybe 8 pounds of boost, and as soon as the transition is supposed to take place, maybe around like 4,000, 4,500, it starts losing boost. Actually, it starts going down to, you know, 6.54 psi, and I kind of wanted to dive into it and to fix this issue, and to drive a properly running stock twin car, because again, this is very rare, you know, to have an almost stock 6-speed USDM Supra, right? So in some ways, excuse me for not destroying, but just, you know, going single turbo with this thing. I know it devalues the car maybe, but shoot, you're putting on a freaking quality kit. So I think if you go quality build, I mean, I don't think it's really going to devalue it a whole lot. Again, you know, I'm going to build this car for myself, and you know, it's personal, just like personal preferences and things that you feel you truly like, or always was a fan of, which, yeah, this is definitely a huge part of it. It's like the heart and soul of this car, or will be, along with the 2JZ legendary, you know. So with 20 grand parts from Japan, this will decimate all. We'll see about that. I mean, nowadays there's countless cars faster and better tech or higher technology than this, you know. But again, as many of you guys know, and myself, I'm a big fanboy of these JDM cars, and I truly appreciate the build quality and I guess the craftsmanship, the design, pretty much everything of these cars. I mean, they certainly don't build it the way they did anymore. I mean, sadly. So I'm truly going to try my best to cherish this and to put as quality of a you know, mod as I can to this build. And this certainly is worthy of this legendary car. So anyway, stay tuned, and thanks for listening to me ramble on. See you on the next one.